Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing a fun video. I'm going to show you the cards in a second because they have nice images on the back so that you can choose properly. Today's video, I am not sure how I'm going to title it. Probably what's your gift or your spiritual gift or something. We'll see how this reading goes. And yeah, I wanted to do this reading because of the age of Aquarius, and everyone's talking about that people are waking up, and I do feel like that is happening collectively with a lot of people in the world. And just even looking on social media, you're seeing a lot more posts of people looking into conspiracies and all of this. So people are starting to wake up. And yeah, I feel that anyone that watches my channel has a gift, a spiritual talent that they maybe need a little bit more guidance on, or maybe you already know what you're good at, but this reading will kind of pinpoint where your biggest talents are. So for me, I'm an empath, and I'm also clairaudient, which means I can hear things, not like voices or anything, but I hear messages in my head that are not my own messages, or they're not my own voice in my head, if you know what I mean. It's just it's hard to explain, but yeah. And I also, through music and hearing things on the news, I pick up messages through audio basically, but also I can tap into that. I have loads of psychic gifts, but those are the two main ones that I notice that works for me in my daily life. So yeah. Right. Anyway, enough blabbering on. I love blabbering. It's so much fun. Right. This is group number 1. Oh, I just seen the back of the card. Love it. This is group number 2. And this is group number 3. So, if you still aren't sure, group number 1, you have a little visitor. Can you please leave? Yeah, you had a little, I don't know what that is. A little alien visitor. It's just a flight. Can you please leave? Okay, bye. See you. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello, group number 1. I would just like to start off by saying that you are very, very psychic. And I don't know if you know this yet, because I feel like with the Fool card here, you're an empath. For a start, you're most definitely an empath. Let's start with that. Because you have water balance here, and then you have the same water with the star. The star is a psychic card anyway, and for me, literally when I seen it, I was like, starseed. This is a starseed. If you've ever heard of that term, it's like what people call these people who are here for the Great Awakening that we're going through. So you're someone who, if you haven't already, you will most definitely start noticing a lot more psychic gifts in the next couple of years. With the Fool card here, I feel like your path is going to completely change. So everything that was all sunshine and happiness, you're going to have a dark night of the soul moment for some of you. Okay? And it's just, what I'm hearing right now is everything was very balanced for a long time, because I'm not sure, I'm just picking up certain situations weren't right for you to move into where you need to go. Okay, so first of all, yeah, you're an empath, and I feel like you're a bit of a loner. So that's normal. Empaths don't really like to be around many people. They kind of like to create on their own, and keep their ideas to themselves. But for me, what I feel that's happening to you, if you have a real tightness in your chest, you're really holding on to you're holding on way too much. You need to open up a little bit more to people, because I feel this, especially around your friends. I just think that a lot of them don't really understand you, or you just don't understand them. And this could have something to do with you needing to, ground yourself and realizing that you can't just go around hoping for the best. Like, things that are hoping that things don't disrupt the balance. Because I feel like you have a real, you've got a really good gift, right? Empaths have, it's hard to keep the balance when you're an empath, okay? You will have this psychic feeling, that gut feeling that we get as empaths, that before something happens. So if you're asked to go to an event, you already know that something bad will happen at that event, so you don't end up going. And then you hear about it and you're like, oh, I was right, I knew it. And you just have a real strong trust with your intuition and your gut feeling, okay? So what I'm sensing here is that you just need to be a little bit more trusting. That's fine. That has protected you for so long. But empaths need to, we need to learn how to be able to deal with our psychic abilities. And with that, you need to really be challenged by those more toxic people. So people who are more argumentative, if you're kind of trying to, always avoid them and not be in their way, because you don't want to have an argument, and you just sense, or sometimes what happens to me is I sense an argument is about to happen and I will just leave the room before that happens. That happens to me a lot. But why are these arguments in in your life in the first place? There's something that you need to take from it. There's something that you need to realize that's going on. So with you always leaving the room, you're choosing not to you're choosing not to see or learn about what it is that you need to find out about yourself, different, like seeing how you deal in those really tough situations. You need to be challenged, because I feel like a lot of the time you're in this full energy where you're like, not dealing with that, I'm going, bye, see you. And then really you're going in a circle, because you're good, you're very, very gifted. Your gift is about keeping the balance. But now it's, if you want to help people, you need to attract your soul family. And for me, that's what's coming next for you. I'm sensing that big time. You have a natural ability to attract positive people into your life, but because you're not dealing with the negative people through whatever reason or whatever lesson it is that you need to have, those more negative people in your life, they're there for a reason, for you to learn something about yourself. So constantly walking away from situations, that's your growth is kind of like, okay. So with the star card, I feel like it's coming down heavy now. You're being flooded, literally. You're being flooded with different ways to open up your heart so that you can express yourself. And the fear that you're going to, be constantly arguing or constantly getting yourself in these horrible, scary situations, that's not going to happen. And this message for me, the universe is saying, trust that when you open your heart, things will be better. Not worse, they're going to get better. And that's when you're going to realize that you have all of these gifts, okay? Because you take on a lot. You are, how do I explain this? Like, negative energy, people come to you and they transmute their negative energy onto you, and it's just like they want to dump. It's a very selfish thing that people do, but some people who aren't very woke, they don't see it as a selfish way because they've been programmed to act this way and think that it's an okay thing to do. Like for example, something as small as like when a child is born and they're constantly like comparing, like who does the child look like, and just picking out that's something that I don't really like sometimes, because people say stuff that are kind of hurtful to the parents. Like, this baby's just born, this baby's going to change. You don't need to judge it. It's just in the planet. Like, leave it alone. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like, I know babies, sometimes they come out and they look like aliens, but some people I've noticed don't know how to keep their mouth shut about certain things. But it's just a thing that I'm picking up. You take everything to heart. You even see stuff that people say and you think, oh, why did they say that? Because you're very observant. You collectively know the energy in the room. So one small thing that someone says, you think that you're thinking too much into it, but really what you're doing is you're feeling the energy of what that person said. So when they say something that's hurtful, you're picking that up from the response of everyone else. So just bear that in mind, because a lot of people don't realize that they can do that. You just really need to trust your feelings more. It's like I don't know. I always think of like a tree, like photosynthesis. Like, we breathe out carbon dioxide and they take in the oxygen, and like it's just about that balance. And you have a natural ability to take on people's pain, trauma, all of that. You just naturally can take that on and deal with it in your own way, and then create positivity out of it, because everything that you've went through in your life, you've really understood how to deal with that and then get rid of it and turn it into a positive situation. But sometimes you need to understand that you need to sit with it. I don't know what it is about your energy, but your energy, you can quickly maneuver it in a way to release it again. It's almost like your body is your energetic field is very strong, and it literally, it takes in that energy and it gets rid of it, which I don't understand. Like, I don't really know what I'm talking about right here. I'm just picking these, I'm taking these messages in as they're coming right now. But for me, it just seems like you were being protected, okay? So nothing that you've done up until this point is wrong. I'm just now guiding you where up there is trying to tell me to guide you. So it's just letting you know that the old ways of dealing with stuff is not the new path for you. The new path for you is to take on people's pain and people's negativity, and then sit with it, and then reflect on yourself, why that person is acting like that and what that teaches you. Okay. Also, I think the reason I brought up children is you have it here. Where was it? This card. I have more cards. I have this, but I also then, when I was just talking, I was talking about children, and then I all kind of clicked. Because this card, so it's taking it to heart. So again, you do take things to heart. Let's see, what are these cards? Oh, the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So you have a lot of emotion. You are a very emotional person. Like, sometimes you feel that it's a little bit too much sometimes. Like, you are very, very sensitive to the changes in the weather as well. So just bear that in mind. So the moon, because you have a lot of water energy here, the moon and the stars as well, you really connect with that energy. So like on really cloudy nights and really damp nights, that might affect your mood. And then on those nights where it's really calm, the moon's full, and you can see the stars, that's when you have your abilities are very heightened and you can really connect in with that divine energy. Seven of Cups. This for me as well, you need to be careful because you are easily how could I explain this? People just are naturally drawn to you, everyone. And they're naturally drawn to, say, like you probably notice that people just say stuff to you and you're like, I didn't want to hear that. Like they say the most, personal things to you. And it's like every time that, because I'm picking that up with the Ace of Cups, it's like, well, this is a new beginning. So every time someone says something to you, it's like, oh, they can, start off fresh again. They've vented to you, and you're going to deal with that energy, that negativity or whatever, or sorrow or grief or whatever, and you're just going to deal with that. They don't know as a human being that they're doing that, or they're not. A lot of them aren't trying to do that to you, but that's what is happening on a energetic level. And it's about this balance. Like you were born into this time to be able to help people deal with that. But now what the thing is here is you now need to know how to deal with other people's energy, because you can't just keep you've learned, like you're at the point now where you're ready to learn about yourself and know your abilities and whatever. But people can't keep doing this to you, and because the older you get, the more you want to help people and the more you see truth in the world, and that's when now you need to understand yourself completely, okay? Let me see, is there anything else I'm getting here? Like, people are just projecting their reality, and it can affect your reality if you let it. I feel like the thing here now is, let me take, I want one of these. Like, any advice? I'm not going to take reversals. Don't want reversals, I want this positive. Thank you. That was so positive. I really feel that you are the person that brings people together, and you keep all of it. Like, just know that you don't have to, tell everyone about what you're going through. I feel like it's for people like, because you're very similar to me, people like me and you, we take on our own problems, or we know how to deal with our problems in our own way. We've been doing it because of how your energy works. Don't want to complicate this too much, but because of how your energy can flow and completely cleanse constantly, it's just you have a more natural ability of doing this than other people. So people that aren't as spiritual or as psychic as you're very psychic. You're the most psychic energy. I'm getting this. I can't stop talking. Okay. You deal with things in your own way, and you see the problems in people's families, you see the problems in friends and stuff, and you take all of that energy and again you transmute it so that you make these happy, no matter what happens, no matter what the hardships are in your family or with your friends, you always take that on and turn it into something great, and you bring people together. And that's a really, really positive thing. But also, again, it's really hard. It's really hard to look at the water energy here. I mean, Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, Temperance, which he's holding 2 cups. the Ten of Cups and the Star, which is the Star card. Look at the water. You are either a water sign, or you really need to start getting in touch with your natural born ability to work with the element of water. So yeah, taking baths, even working with different types of salt to help you cleanse and ground yourself and protect yourself as well. Salt and water, even just going into salt water. I don't know, there's something very much linked here. I'm getting a strong message that you need to visit the ocean and you need to connect with the ocean, because you were someone who maybe there could be some like link to, I don't know, I'm not really familiar with it, but like Atlantis or something. There's something from your past life here as well. For me, I know I have a real big fear of water. I'm not sure if, because what, like I don't know, I was getting a feeling that some of you maybe have a fear of water, but it all also kind of fascinates you. But yeah, let's just see. One last card. I don't want this to be too long, so. Two of Pentacles. It's going to take you some time, I feel, to really understand how you can, because I feel like naturally you're meant to be doing this as a career, working with people, healing people. I feel like you could be a tarot reader. No, you definitely could be a tarot reader. But right now, what I'm sensing is that finances are a bit iffy. And I feel like a lot of you are wanting to, you know, try out something new and go on a different path with your career, or you are just, you know, needing more knowledge. I feel like a lot of you think that you need more knowledge. Listen to me when I say this. You have a lot of knowledge from the stars. Literally. You know, trying to search for information that is written down and trying to perfect things and saying things the right way. I used to think that I had to do that. But when I connect to my intuition, that's when I get the best information. Because, for example, when I'm trying to record these intros, I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm blabbering on and it's not really making any sense because I'm not really tuning in. I haven't really started the reading. So I have to record it like a couple of times. But once I connect this part of the reading, it goes easily because it just flows, because I let it flow. So I think trusting that you have these abilities is the main thing here. You need to really understand that there's no real way to understand being psychic until you actually experience the experiences. And by that I mean, you know, trying it out, doing the physical thing, doing the tarot, because this is a physical card, it's Pentacles. So literally buying a deck of cards or whatever other thing that you've been thinking on. You need to do the physical thing first to get the reaction from people, and then, you know, that helps you trust your intuition more, because you can't just, you need to create a relationship with your intuition to get to understand what kind of language your spirit guides use with you, like different messages. For example, when I see the number 222, which I'm seeing a lot recently, 222 for me is my own balance within myself. It's nothing else outside of me. It's not relationships, because that number usually signifies like, oh, a partnership's coming or partnerships, whatever. But for me, it's balance. It's the yin and the yang. So that's what that message is for me, and that's what my intuition always picks up on. So it's just learning your own intuition's language. Okay, I've rambled on too much, but you are an empath. That is your gift. And being an empath is hard because we take on everyone else's shit. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below if it resonated with you, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So, you have a lot of gifts. It's kind of hard to really pinpoint exactly what your gift is. First of all, I want to say for anyone that's more so drawn towards like the spiritual side and what you want to know what your psychic gifts are, you're the healers. You are the people that are good with your hands. I was looking at that praying. Your hand, definitely a lot of things to do with your hands here, okay? Because again, in the strength card, opening up the tiger's mouth, lion, tiger, that doesn't really look like either. Oh, okay, it is a lion. And also, I feel like you have a connection with Renaissance. If you have any sort of obsession or you feel like you are connected with that era, that could be, for anyone that resonates with, that could mean that you were part of that past life, or that was in your past life, you were someone in that era. Here again, working with your hands, creating, for me it's like you made this lovely pie and you're giving it to people who deserve to have a taste. So you're a very giving person and you want to create things and give things to people. You're a very much natural born manifester, but you have a little bit of trouble here with the 4 of Pentacles. Kind of talk about that in a little bit. There is huge, I have another oracle card here, but I'm picking this up and I just had to, this is saying strength renewed. Okay, and you have the strength card. Oh, and here we have health. So healer, health, I feel like for me, anyone that doesn't feel like they're psychic, like everyone is psychic, but for me, this is very masculine kind of energy. And I'm picking up on the fire element very strong here because of this, it's like a sword it's like a sword. Oh, I thought it was a cross first. It actually is a sword. Okay, it's a sword, but it's lit up by fire. And then with the 8 of Wands up here, huge, like this is proper passionate fire energy. Yeah, so let's just talk a little bit here. Okay, so you are definitely an old soul. You have seen a lot of evil in the past, is what I'm picking up. So from your past life, you may have really been involved in a lot of war, or you may have been born into like a royal kind of family. Because I really feel like there's a richness to you. You're an old soul. You kind of naturally have a lot of talents because of all of the lives all of your past lives. Okay, so, and yeah, this could very much turn into like a past life reading because I'm picking up strong messages, but I'm not gonna turn it into that. I'm gonna try and now not go on that tangent, but I'm picking up strong messages from that. You have like a natural ability to help people with physical things. So even though that, right, so like you may really want to help. This is like helping, like very charitable. I don't really feel like this is, some of you that might resonate with, because that's the card, the meaning of the card. But for me, what I'm picking up more with the energy I'm seeing here, it's you would really do well with helping people who have certain addictions. And also I'm picking up that a lot of you would make great psychologists because of your natural gift to, you know, not be affected by, like, you're very much you're a very much caring person, but because of this fire energy, it's like you want people to heal. You don't really have time for, the soppy stories. You don't have time for that. You're like, no, I'm helping you to create a better, I'm helping you, and now you need to do the work. I'm not going to just give you these resources for you to just sit there and cry about life. Like, no, I'm asking you to get up off your ass. You're very much like wanting to motivate people to do better. You're wanting to guide people on the right path. And that's what I'm picking up strongly for you. You could be a Leo actually, with the strength, and I'm picking up that fire energy strong. And like these two cards link, just it feels like the same kind of energy for me with the blonde hair. Anyway, I'm feeling that as well. This message came through. The number 30 up here and the health. I feel like this message just came through that your 30s, if you aren't in your 30s, don't pay attention to this. It doesn't mean that if you're over 30, it doesn't mean that the rest of your life is going to be a disaster or anything. I'm just picking up for people who this resonates with. If you're in your 30s is going to be the best years of your life. That's what I'm picking up. That's when you're going to be healthiest in your mind, body, and soul. Or that's where you're going to learn the most about how to have all three of those combined. Okay, and yeah. I want to talk about this, but let me just see what else I'm picking up here. Hold on. Yeah, so you're really good with helping with people with physical health problems as well. So some of you may have like wanting to do some sort of physiotherapy as well, or I'm seeing a lot of you understanding like you're very justice as well. There's stuff to do with the law as well for some of you. This is really like a lot of energy coming through. Like I think this is the eight of wands energy that's coming through, but it's like you really have a lot of things that you want to do. And I'm not sure if that's, I feel like with the Hierophant here, I feel like that's part of the struggle in your life. It's like that is what you've signed up for, and like you're praying to, find out what specific thing you're meant to be doing in this life, when really I'm picking up that you have a natural ability to do many different things. Okay, and you should be happy, because a lot of people cannot do that. A lot of people like myself, I cannot multitask and do different things. So you just have a natural gift to, keep that pace going because of that fire energy. Okay. I feel like, actually, I'm just looking at this candle. I feel like lighting candles is something that would really soothe you, because you have that energy. You have that fire energy, and lighting the candles, I don't know, is some way, I'm hearing that it would be some kind of a balance for you. I don't know, so maybe having a bath and lighting some candles. I also am picking up that you could be a dancer, because it's the way that she's moving. So you could be some sort of a dancer, or through movement, so teaching dance, or oh god, why does that happen? You just there's a spirit in the house. That really throws my intuition off. Sorry, like I have to pause 2 seconds. Sorry guys, you probably can't even really hear the music, but it throws me off when there's silence. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about, also, the TV just changed. Like, I was playing a 6-hour meditation music, and it just randomly changed to some blue whale. So look up the meaning of a blue whale, as in like, what's this? What is it? How am I trying to describe this? look up the spirit animal. See, that really threw me off. Look up the spirit animal blue whale. But anyway, with this, I'm picking up that being a dancer or yoga, even like if you're interested, because you've got that kind of fire energy, if you're interested in like, you know, more erotic kind of dancing, that would really fuel you in some way, and it would really get you in touch with your more kinky side. But yeah, you're naturally very much, people like the way that you move your body, even just the way that you are. I don't know, there's something about the way that you walk attract people, like turn their heads, because your body, I don't know what it is, but the movement, there's some way that you move your body with confidence, with the strength card. I feel like you probably were your most recent past life was a masculine. I picked that up strongly, and you were very confident. You were going into like battle, kind of. That's the energy that I'm picking up. So that's kind of transmitting into this life, where you are, you know, you're a bit fearless. And that's a very good gift that you have. A lot of people have a lot of fears about things, but you conquer your fears. You want to go after them. You want to be like, bitch, I will destroy you. That's what that's what I'm getting. What else? Am I seeing anything else? Yeah, I just feel like you would be really good at helping people who have been abused and addictions as well. So helping people with that. I feel like you are very proud of where... Oh, hold on, this stuff is moving. What the fuck? I feel like right, this for me, I wasn't sure. I was looking at this card and I wasn't really getting that the meaning of this card is like, you know, you want to hold on to your money. You don't want anyone to take it. You're afraid of, you know, giving away too much money or your things that you've earned. And it's because you have a power within you. You're really much, Jesus, my English is bad. And that's my only language, by the way. You are definitely someone who was masculine or had a lot of masculine energy. And now in this life, I feel that you, in some way, want to hold on to that power. So, yeah, this kind of fire energy, it's like your strength is renewed. And this, when it says that in this card and with that sword, it's like you're given another chance. So you may have been defeated before, but now it's like it's a different story. But you still have that strength. You still have, you know, the lessons that you've learned from a past life. And you're very much proud of how far you've come in this life, and that's the same. In your past life, you were very proud also, but I feel like you were probably someone who may have like done a lot of things that is part of your karma in this life. So you're not getting things as easily as you would have gotten them before. And that's just part of your karma. And I feel like that's why you have to keep everything, because you're afraid of losing it all. And I don't really understand where that's coming from, but there's a strong fire energy from your past. And that's your gift, is you are fearless. You want to help people. So it's different now. I can't stop going into the past life stuff. It's different now. It's like in a past life, I feel like you were, you know, working for the enemy. And now in this life, you want to go against the enemy. So if you're someone who's awakened and you are aware of the whole thing, everything that's going on in the world and all of the corruption and the downfall of everything. I don't want to say too much because I don't know if this will not get monetized then. But it's like in a past life you were working for the enemy, and now in this life you're working against the enemy. So you're the light energy trying to destroy the darker energies. And you're, for me, it's like you see people and their hardships, and you're wishing that they just would wake up. Okay? So, you know, you might feel like sometimes you're a little bit too harsh with people, but I'm picking up strongly that a lot of those people need that harsh reality to help them wake up. And I don't feel like you necessarily like having to do this, but it's just something that you do and it comes natural to you because you want to help people. But like I said at the beginning, it's like, you know, I'll give you this pie, but you know, stop acting like a pussy. Okay, I think I'm done here. But yeah, let me know if this resonated for you down in the comments below. And if you like the video, don't forget to click the notification bell and you will be updated for my next sorry, this is so like not professional, but this isn't professional, so I don't really care. Like I'm just doing a nice chill video, but really, why did I get so tired all of a sudden? I don't know. Can someone with a psychic gift tell me where this... I think I need a coffee, that's what it is. But yeah, I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 3. Okay, I just want to start off by saying anyone that chose this pile, a bit of mediumship coming through here. So I am sensing some of you may have lost a certain male. It could be a father, a grandfather, and it's really affected you in a way where you appreciate life and you're trying to appreciate life to the fullest, okay? He really wants to say through this reading that the way that you look at the world is your gift. The way that you see the opportunities that you can go after, and without any fear at all, you go full force and you're like, whatever will be, will be. This, you have chariot energy, and I'm sensing that you're going to do amazing things. He's coming through saying that you're going to do amazing things. And he's with you every step of the way. He's kind of the one that gives you that fuel to, you know, go. You have a huge, for anyone that this resonates with, you have someone up there watching over you, big time, in regards to like getting you places, like giving you that fuel to go. Okay, and part of where they passed was to do with life going quicker. I don't know, something happened very quick. Okay, too much now. Like, let's, because a lot of people maybe won't resonate with that. So that message had to come through. For anyone that that maybe didn't really resonate with, you are probably going to be in the future a natural born medium. So you will be able to connect with spirits, or you will see, first it might be like you'll notice like candles flickering or lights turning off or technology acting weird, and that'll be kind of the start of it. And then usually what happens then is, you know, you start to see numbers. Yeah, you're the mediums, okay? But a lot of you don't have time for that, is what I'm picking up here, because there's a There's a bigger mission here, but this is a general reading, so I don't want to like go too deep into this. But there is something that you're searching for, and I'm strongly picking up that it has to do with romance. You're trying to search for romance, like an equal give and take relationship. You're looking for someone who is as adventurous as you are, and I feel like you really struggle to find someone because of this energy. Like you get to a certain point where you clash and you're done. And this has to do with your own gift, and I'm going to talk about that now. So really, you need to understand that you need to accept a relationship into your... I'm not going to really make this a relationship reading, but I just want to say that you really need to accept that in order for you to find someone who is as equal as you need to understand that some people have a lot of things about them that you might not necessarily like, but doesn't mean you have to try and control them and make them into the person that you want them to be. You'll never find someone if you're trying to look for the person that you want. And I'm not saying that to everyone. I'm saying that to some people who will take that on board and be like, okay, that makes some sense. So no, that's not for everyone. Okay, now let's start. You are someone who is a leader, okay? And I feel like that's why you struggle to find someone, because you are meant to lead people. You're the person that leads the sheep. Is there a sheep here? Where am I picking up sheep? Oh, well, this little fox looks like a sheep. Like, you don't really hang around long either. You're the person that shows everyone the information. You are the one that speaks the truth. You are the one who tells it like it is. You're the natural born leader. You are the one that is able to give people the bad news. And you do it in a very respectful way. So your natural gift is you're a natural born leader, and you're meant to lead people into the path that is right for them. So I feel like you could be a very good you would be great. I feel like a lot of you would be great for helping people set up their own businesses. So because of the Page of Pentacles, I feel like you know how to start from scratch, or you're not afraid to do that. And you are the inventors as well. You're the people who get the creative ideas to invent something that you're not afraid to conquer or go after. You are like, I want to really start up this new group of people that help people to do whatever it is. You are constantly helping people expand, and it's a lot to do with the truth. You go out and you search for the truth. You're the one that searches for the truth. You have the Chariot twice here. So this for me is telling me like you're the full package when it comes to like going after what it is that you want. So if you feel like there's some sort of spiritual retreat that you have to go to heal, or to find out more information about something that you need to learn about, you will go after that. You will go do that experience, and you will not like worry about money or anything. You are like, no, I want to do that, so I'm going to do it, and it's going to be great for my growth. Growth in all areas, okay? I feel like in the future you're going to be leading a lot of people as well. Very masculine energy here. Very earth and air signs as well. So communication with people is great, but communication with yourself is not so great. So that's kind of your downfall. It's like your gift is that you're really good at talking to people and giving people advice, but then you're not very good at taking advice. Like, you're not very good at taking your own advice, because you're constantly like this energy, like, I know I said that, but I'm not like that. I feel like you like to make excuses because it's like, yeah, I get that I said that, but this isn't about me. This is about you. How can I help you? You turn the situation. You're very good at turning the situation around and then making it about the other person, and that can also be in a negative way as well. So like, you maybe are very good at turning the argument around, but that's what leaders are very good at doing. That they're very good at debating things. Okay, so just be aware that that can be a toxic thing if you're not aware of what you're saying. So you might turn things around and make the person feel bad about something that they shouldn't really feel bad about, because that's your way of dealing with your own negative emotions. It's like, I need to get rid of this, so I'm gonna make you shut up for a second and just realize something else. You're very good at twisting the situation around and be like, okay. Something that you're very good at is, I'm going to get into the more deep things here now that I'm picking up. I feel like you are very good at ghosting people. You realize people that are joy hoovers. They suck the joy out of everything. They're just like those people that you just don't want around, and you don't feel bad for ghosting them and being like, oh, okay, bye, see you later, because you have that chariot energy. You are like, I don't have time for you. And I feel like a lot of people will really not like you for that, but it's not a bad thing. It's a gift that you were given. You are, in a way, you're very psychic in the sense that I don't really pick up that you're an empath, but I really feel like you understand body language. You're psychic in that way. Like, you pick up on the body language more than, like, your perspective. You see the situation and you can suss it out, and you're the more logical thinkers. Like, you walk into a room and you know how to organize things like that, whereas other people are like just chaos. You get things done and then you just go. Like, you want to fix something and then you move on, and you fix that and you move on. And I think this is it's the eternal flame here. For me, in this card, it's like there's some sort of there's something very important waiting for you, and I think it has to do with romance as well. There's like, if you notice, I'm thinking on the ghosting and this fox being white, it's like foxes are very much, they're gone. You see them and they're gone. Well, not in London, they just look like rats. But normal foxes in the wild, they are very, like, you don't see them. They're gone. And you have you have two chariots here. Like, you are someone that comes into people's lives and makes their life better. You motivate people to do things. But then you're on to the next project. You're on to the next thing. You're that eternal flame. But I'm looking at this, and she's standing at the edge of what looks to be like, for me, it looks like she's come out of a cave, or she's at the edge of a cliff anyway, and it's just broken off there. And it's like, your gift is that you are able to move quickly, move fast. But what I'm hearing is, think about what you are really wanting, because I feel like you're the type of you're searching for something that will take time to find. And the reason that it's going to take so much time to find what it is that you're searching for, I feel like a lot of you don't really know what it is that you're searching for. You're just kind of going with the flow of life and trying to, be the best person that you can be. But I'm looking at that chariot with, like, in the back there, that's that light. And for me, I'm picking up that, we say this, a lot of spiritual people say this, but like, the light, the thing that you're searching for is within. You just have to really sit with yourself and stop, which might be hard for some of you, and just look at the situation and just listen to your intuition. Or just literally stop, look and listen. Listen to the things that you're hearing around you. What are people talking about? Instead of looking at the situation and trying to figure out how you can fix everything, just look at the situation and just analyze it. Like, what are people doing? Oh, look at Karen. Karen's being a bitch again. Funny. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of thing that I feel like you need to just understand. Because this is a very... I'm not saying that you're... like you don't know how to relax. I feel like you do know how to relax. But what the main thing that I'm trying to get at here is not relaxing, because we can all sit down and watch TV and be like, oh, I'm relaxing. It's not to do with that. It's more to do with really just sitting there and existing and just being in the moment and saying that you have, that's your birthright. You have the right to just be there and just sit there and exist and just watch things. Watch cars drive by. For me, those moments are moments that I don't really... I didn't do it when I lived in London. I could never just stop and relax and watch people walk past and drive past the house and stuff like that. Whereas now when I'm home, I sit out the window and I'll watch the horses and I go into a trance. I just feel like your mind needs a lot of calming down, because that's why you're constantly like this, and it's hard to really connect with your intuition and connect with even these spirits that are trying to connect with you and help you out. But if you aren't aware of what's happening around you, it's harder for you, if you're not aware of your own feelings and your own thoughts and what thoughts are negative and what thoughts are positive, if you aren't going to, sit back and just be the observer, what are you thinking about and why are you thinking about that? And is it a good thing for you to be thinking about? A lot of people don't ask themselves that question. Like, why am I thinking about that? When I start to ask myself questions, like I pretend that me, this human, goes into my head and is like, why are you all arguing about this? This is silly. And funny enough, it turns into a funny kind of little... It sounds like I'm a crazy person, but trust me, it works. I imagine, I stop myself, and I imagine me, this human being, going into my head and being like, right, let's just sort this out. Okay, you want that and you want this. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like, I don't know, trying to just find what works for you to just stop this constant back and forth battle with the voice in your head. And literally, it's just a voice. It's a voice in your head. It's not who you are. Okay. Yeah, I do really feel like romance is something that is what is coming and what you're seeking. But it's going to take some time because of this there's something more here. And there's an invention. I feel like there's something that you need to invent or create. And you also have I want to try and tell you this from what I'm picking up and what I'm hearing right now. You need to really know that your ability to detach is a gift. It's not something that you're cursed with or anything. You're able to detach from situations because, it helps you to keep that commitment to whatever it is that your path is. And not all people here are, meant to be in relationships. We're not all here to find our soulmate. Some of us here are here to, be activists, or we have all a different contract. Okay, we have a different soul contract, and we need to accept that, and that not everyone's story looks like ours. Okay, I'm not lecturing you on that. I feel like you understand that, but I just want to let you know that your ability to detach from things is a gift, because a lot of people, get stuck by their parents telling them, okay, that's not right for you, and da da da. Whereas you're just like, bye, see you later, bye, Felicia. Okay? And you know who is fake. And you also, I feel like you could be clairaudient as well. And you, because of this, you could be clairaudient. But you just really need to understand that you need to filter out, you need to filter the thoughts so that you can understand which thoughts are the intuition talking. And that's where kind of mediumship comes in as well, because when you're connecting with a spirit, it's a different form of, it's a different process for me and my thoughts. And it's very easy. It comes very easily. But like when you're in this state of mind where you're having that argument with your own thoughts, and they're like, they're all like, you know, in your head, and they're like all arguing together, and it's just a pile of chaos. That's different. But I feel like with you trying to learn about how you can deal with your crazy thoughts, not crazy thoughts, but like the having to deal with how many thoughts you're having at one time. It's like there's too much. By crazy, I meant it's just like it's too much to handle. It feels like for me, it's stressful. It's like even the positive thoughts, like there's too many of them at one time. It's like you're able for it though. You are able for it, but I'm just saying if you want to tap into, you know, your psychic gifts, which is for me, you're naturally a clairaudient, I'm picking up, and a medium. I'm not sure if that's the same thing. Probably kind of is, because it feels like to me it's similar-ish. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, you can see through the fake people. I've told you that already. And also just one thing, be careful of, again, taking energy from this is for some people, so don't get offended. But some of you might not be aware of it, but you take energy from people who you don't deserve their energy, in a way that you are very good at getting people to do things for you because of this leadership. You're very good at getting people to do work for you. And I'm not saying that you're a narcissist or anything like that, but it's that it's that trait that a lot of people have anyway that are in that leadership role. But just be aware of the karma that comes with that, like getting people to do things for you because you can easily, talk to people in a really clear, and you're very good at communicating what you want. And as long as you are not overdoing it, it's fine. If people want to help you, they can help you. But just for some of you that may not be aware of this, you're maybe pushing people to do things that they might not want to do. And that's you using their energy to get the job done that you need or you want done. Okay? So just be aware of that, because that's something a lot of people aren't aware of. But once you kind of understand that, okay, I actually can do this myself. And I feel bad for asking them all the time or something along those lines. I don't know why I'm getting that message. I feel like it has to do a lot with trying to avoid certain people and certain situations. So you get someone else to do the dirty work because you just really can't be bothered with that person or these kind of people. So you are like, could you go and speak to them about, getting people to do things for you. Just be aware of the people that don't deserve to be, put through that situation. Like people who are very much the more vulnerable kind of people who are like, will do anything. They'll be like, yeah, anything to please people. Just be aware that you're not taking advantage of their niceness, if you get me. But that's for some of you. For a lot of you, I feel like you're very positive people, and you have a lot of good things coming. It's just there's a lot of energy in this. Like, there's just so many things. And it's like, I feel like once you kind of learn to just stop and stare, you're going to have a lot of messages come through, and things are going to make a lot more sense. So I hope this made sense. But yeah, this was a really nice reading. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye.